Alright, hello there guys, this is Kingdom, and today, again, I'm bringing you another match from CEVO's Dota 1 League Season 1. This is CounterPsychological Manipulation versus Tigris Sanguis. Unfortunately, this is a replay cast. I wasn't unavailable when these matches were played, but I heard this match was pretty freaking epic, although I don't know anything about the conclusion of the match. I don't even know, like, hero scores or anything, so this should be a pretty exciting game. Already I'm liking the picks a lot. PL Coddle is a really fun lane to watch. Coddle, of course, does a lot of nuking power with that Coddle mana just getting fed to him constantly. Shadow Demon, another pretty popular support these days. And then on the other side is Tiny Wisp, which is probably my single favorite combination of any two heroes in the entire game. Just because it's fun as all hell to watch Tiny beat the shit out of stuff with gigantic logs. I mean, it just doesn't get any more entertaining than that. He's like, I will rock you. Bam. We've seen Invoker picked up now by CPM. So this is just getting better and better. Invoker is solo mid now, and there's no really common counter picks to Invoker for that solo mid position currently. I mean, I think Tigris Sanguis like the Gyrocopter. They may pick that one up. I play with those guys every once in a while, so I do know a little bit more about their picks than with CPM. I don't really know their style. I'm liking their style so far, definitely though. Invoker, I love to see Invoker played. One of my favorite heroes, and I may or may not be working on a guide on Invoker right now, so just to non-committally give a little hint at what I'm definitely not working on. Waiting for BN to make a pick here. He's got himself, Tiny and Wisp typically lane together, although sometimes it's in a tri-lane, sometimes not. They're going to go with the TA, so they will put that TA mid against Invoker. TA typically does pretty well against Invoker mid. Even with Cold Snap, it's hard for Invoker to harass the TA through Refraction. So, as long as the TA plays it right, she should be able to beat the Invoker out, and pretty easy rune control, because Invoker doesn't typically go for the runes. So, that should be a match that she can win on the mid lane. It looks, I guess they're probably going to do the PL Coddle Shadow Demon tri-lane, and that's probably going to be a defensive tri-lane. You can take it offensive because you've got all that nuking power, but it's not really like a killing tri-lane. That's a get my PL farm tri-lane, and those kinds of tri-lanes typically do better on the safe lane because those supports then, once they establish lane control, can go and pull and get themselves some EXP and stuff like that. So, sorry, a little bit early in the morning here. A little bit of yawn there. It's alright. No big deal. 10 seconds left. Making a pick, or they're gonna random something. And if they random something, I totally respect these guys. I think pros should play all random mode more often. They're gonna take a Windrunner from that offlane position, and that will give them it's a pretty well-rounded team. They've got some they've got the disruption for disable. Technically also mana leak, but I don't really count that. Well, actually, kind of with Invoker EMP, it kind of makes it a little more, it's like closer to a real stun. Invoker has some disables, obviously. Icefall practically is a disable. You've got your Cold Snap, Tornado for a disable, and then you got Shackle Shot from the runner. So it's a little lacking in terms of stuns, like traditional stuns, but it should be alright. On the other side, you've got Tiny Stun, as well as the Wisp Tether Stun, Darkseer Vacuum, which is kind of like a disable, TA Traps, which are a massive slow, but not really a disable. So again, both sides kind of lacking in those hard stuns. You're going to get an Enigma though, so that's about as hard stun as it gets. The Black Hole, of course. Going to throw that one into the jungle and get him some farm. That is going to make it so that Wisp can get some lane experience with the Tiny, Darkseer in the off lane, and TA solo mid. Meaning that Wisp, of course, in order to be really effective, he needs to get his level 6 as fast as possible, because then he can have that ultimate to get him anywhere on the map with the Tiny or TA in tow and drop a gank off out of nowhere. But you have to get that 6 quickly so that you can do it while you've got an early level advantage, because otherwise PL's just going to go invisible and say, ha, screw you. Invoker's going to be too high of a level, Windrunner's going to be too high of a level for you to kill quickly. And you got to be, it's the kind of thing where you got to be able to jump in, explode somebody, and jump right back out. So we're going to go ahead and introduce these players. Sagittari on the Templar Assassin here, going solo male. Giggles on the Tiny, Merlot on the Wisp, PN on the Darkseer, and last but not least, Devdus on the Enigma. Up on the Dire squad, CPM Sticks, the captain, going to be playing that Phantom Lancer. Xexiolo is on this Shadow Demon. The Penguin on the Invoker. If he is a cool Invoker, it's going to be the best thing ever, because that is like... I hope that's a Batman reference. It should be a Batman reference. Any rate, Simon is... I guess I'm going to pronounce that right? I don't even know. On the Windrunner. And last but not least, we have Django on Keeper of the Light. So the question comes, is this Keeper of the Light Unchained? Because otherwise... Like, he should really be playing Lifestealer, because Lifestealer is the guy who's Unchained. I mean... If we were going to go with accuracy and stuff like that, I don't think anyone does. He could be, like, I don't know, I can't really think of any scenarios where Cottle could, like, legitimately be Unchained.
30 seconds to battle.
Can maybe call Alchemist Unchained. I'm just thinking about backstories, you know. Can't really think of anyone else. Just those two, really. Most of them are, like, immortal gods from the darkest ages of forgotten time that have existed forever and are evil and all of that really fun stuff.
The battle begins.
So we're going to see TA versus the Invoker mid, and that's going to be a pretty exciting matchup to watch. It's back and forth, a lot of farming. TA, of course, gets to dive pretty early on with refraction charges, so there's a lot of times there's a kill early on against the Invoker, because Invoker just gets stomped on now. He's got like 48 base damage. It's like, hey, screw you, Invoker. Let's make your life as hard as humanly possible. So you're going to take refraction first, go on in, get some last hits. On the bottom lane, we're going to see Tiny farming it away. Wisp working to keep this Windrunner out of lane. There's a pretty nicely placed ward right here that's going to give vision of all of that stuff for the Windrunner, so it's going to be hard for a gank to go against her. But I mean, at the same time, she knows the Wisp is there, and she can't. You can trade with the Wisp. He has 0 armor, so Wisp is like, well, I was going to chase him away, but then I was like, holy shit, he hurts. But in the end, Tiny's basically going to get free farm. Windrunner will get some levels. Here comes Wisp is pulling. He's going to head and pull the lane there. He used his tether to cut down these trees to make his pulling a little bit easier. Pretty good move. You can remember that you can cut down trees with tether. It's a pretty good spell for that reason. Tiny, of course, just getting free farm. And I mean, granted, your PL is also getting free farm. We take a look, we see that Tiny's actually got almost twice as many at the moment. 7 last hits to PL's 2. I think that's because Darkseer's really messing up. Darkseer just messes up people with that double Ion Shell. Darkseer, of course, does he already have a Soul Ring? No, he's just got a bunch of Clarities waiting for the Soul Ring. He'll get it pretty quickly because that Ion Shell does get you some last hits. See, there's the last hit right there. Nope, didn't quite get that one. And so PL is getting a lot of harass against him, and it's hard to last hit under your tower, and Darkseer is just going to keep laying down these Ion Shells, forcing this PL to take last hits under that tower, which is just so difficult to do. And it doesn't help you. Like, you've got the PL Coddle dual lane, and the whole point of that is to do those little lances, cute little lances, you know. But you can't do that when it's a Darkseer sitting back. Granted, he's going to stay level 1 for basically forever doing this. Just ran out of clarities, but he's pretty close to a Soul Ring. He's only about, what is that, like 200 gold away-ish. So he's just going to drop his last couple Ion Shells, probably send himself on the courier. A couple more clarities, or potentially also most of his Soul Ring. Probably get most of the Soul Ring. Yeah, he's going to get Sage's Ring. On the mid lane here, we see that Penguin has taken a little bit of harassment. Of course, he's got 2 points into Quast. No, only 1 point into Quast, 2 into Wax already. So he's got some HP regen, if not a lot. But he's going to continue taking that harass. Those side blades coming off of the TA are just absolutely painful. He's going to get some pretty good denies off, so playing really well. Got that Blades of Attack, so he does have a little bit of attack damage to work with. I mean, post-buff, nerf Invoker is just no fun. They were like, let's just make sure Invoker players have no fun, because Invoker players should not have fun. They're jerks. We don't like them. Thanks, Valve. I'm actually not Valve. Ice Frog. He was a cool hero, but I guess now he's not. Lame. At any rate, we're going to see that Tiny is continuing to outfarm the PL by a lot, and that's really just what that Darkseer does. Darkseer has rotated down towards the jungle just to get the last parts up of his Soul Ring. Just going to chill here with the Enigma. he's going to get his level 2 and his soul ring and be absolutely fine. He's only about 100 gold shy of that soul ring, so just a couple last hits on some creeps, and he'll be there. Devdus, of course, has on his last clarity potion, waiting for some creeps to respawn. We're going to go ahead. Up on the mid lane, we see a little bit of a go from the TA. Going up with the creep wave, of course, can chase the Invoker a little bit. Invoker running away. He's going to get a double damage rune. So this Invoker actually getting the runes. Doesn't have a bottle, but he's going to get the runes. Double damage means he's going to have a lot easier time last hitting. He is about 4 last hits and 4 last hits behind the TA, but he does have a deny advantage right now. So he's doing alright. He's got a little experience is even as opposed to TA like winning experience. Even with the DD rune, TA feels like she can just go in. Oh, there's a tornado though, gets rid of the refraction buff, but TA just goes invisible and there's nothing else that the Invoker can really do. Until TA's just going to wait until, no, not going to wait all the way until refraction comes back up. She's going to take a little damage, but she's also going to do a little damage. Invoker is sitting pretty low, down to 250 HP. TA kind of in the same spot. Both of these players getting a little low. Trying to do some Psyblade Splash, not getting any lucky on them at all. See 4 Radiant heroes down on the bottom lane. Windrunner's like, I need a ward. I should put a ward out. I don't think she has a ward. I don't see a ward. Oh, she got dewarded. That's right. Oh man, that could be harsh. With an Enigma coming in, he doesn't have the black hole. He does have his own soul ring. And Darkseer, does he have a soul ring yet? He does. He's got that soul ring. He's just gonna jungle until he's got a couple more levels to go up there. It's not that he was doing badly. It's just that he wasn't getting any levels. And Darkseer is an extremely level dependent hero, so he's gonna. Now with those point into Surge and 2 points into Ion Shell, he can go back up there and really fuck up the Phantom Lancer. Looks like there's going to be a dive onto the middle lane. We got a smoked up Shadow Demon in Coddle coming in here. And Invoker's going to come up the hill. Does he have a Tornado to throw? No, he's got a Cold Snap though. Disruption, here's the Coddle Blast. That's it, no chance to pop Refraction. First blood goes to the Coddle. The quest begins auspiciously. So he said himself. That's it. From the horse's mouth. Or the guy riding the horse at least, close enough. Let's see, that's going to really give Invoker a little bit of an advantage in this lane. Enigma's going to come in and soak up some EXP here while TA teleports back in. Even still, I don't think you can say that Invoker's just going to stop on this lane now. TA does have traps now, so she'll be able to see stuff coming. Unless, of course, they buy smoke again, but you know, you can only buy so many smokes. You see actually 3 heroes sitting mid lane. Shadow Demon and the Coddle not rotating back up to that top lane because PL is basically by himself. Darkseer not up there yet. Darkseer still, yeah, he's TPing up there now. She's going to go ahead and Soul Ring and pop an Ion Shell and be like, screw you PL. This is not cool. You can't freeform. Probably going to get a Lance to the face at some point, but he doesn't care. He's got a Soul Ring and he's got some Ion Shells. So, but this field does actually have a pretty big level advantage over the Darkseer right now. He's level 6, Darkseer is level 3. So ordinarily a Darkseer can give absolute hell to someone like a PL. But given that he's got so many levels and also some Tranquil Boots, he's really not going to be able to do quite as much. Down the bottom lane, we do see Windrunner getting, oh, she's going to get a Shackle off. Unfortunately, I think it was only level 1 Shackle. Not able to keep her alive. Enigma gets the kill there. Giggles is low. But there's a Salve waiting to help him out. He's actually gone for a Midas onto Tiny. I have not seen this before. I don't think I've ever seen a Midas Tiny. But hey, up on the top lane, there's going to be a rotation from the Shadow Demon and the Invoker and the Coddle, and basically everyone to come pick off this Darkseer. He has fallen, so 2-1 now. Dire with that advantage. Invoker TPing back to the mid lane. Windrunner holding it out while he was here. And in the meantime, looks like gonna guess top rune, get unlucky. It's actually bottom, but she's got the phase boots. Doesn't drop off a trap there onto that top rune. Surprising, even though she's level 7, not using her traps for vision. I mean, you only get like what, 3 traps? Level 1? No, 5. You get 5 traps. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't drop the trap up there. I'm not gonna say it's bad play because I don't, you know. I mean, maybe she's got a reason for it. Windrunner is invisible, got an Invisor, and coming up into the mid lane, we see Coddle and Shadow Demon again. Is TA gonna get not initiated on, as there's no Tornado's gonna pick her up. I think that's gonna make her visible again. She tries to go back invisible, but gets caught, has Refraction up, so dodges the Coddle Blast. Now she goes invisible again, and she maybe can just turn around. Here comes Enigma. Enigma not... Oh, there's a black hole, but unfortunately TA doesn't have the health to stick around. Enigma will get a kill by himself just with that Eidolon damage. And now those Eidolons just going to work, getting ignored, man. You gotta pay attention to those Eidolons because they kill you this early on into the game. It looks like this Coddle may go down as well, just to Eidolon damage. There he goes again. Enigma doing work here. Double kill. He is going to fall to the Invoker, but Invoker looks like he might just not quite fall. Here comes Tiny in, relocate, just picked up onto the Wisp, and that means that Tiny now has a kill for himself as well. He's up to 2,000 gold. Don't know what he's rushing, but he's going to have it pretty freaking soon. So now 4-4, that middle engagement kind of went evenly. TA not having the best time, and she's really going to have to play some catching up in order to get herself to a point where she can dominate this mid game like she needs to. However, the Invoker is getting some farm. He's got phase boost as well, 1,600 gold. It's going to have to see if he goes for the drum or a force staff first. Typically, it's one of those two items. He has some gold for it. He might just... No, he's going for the force staff. Alright. And so he'll go ahead and probably TP back to that mid lane. See the bottom lane, Windrunner and Shadow Demon and Coddle are coming in here looking to get a pick off on the Tiny. Tiny is earned up. Wisp. Oh no, Wisp could be in a lot of trouble here. He's going to get disrupted as well as Soul Catchered. And the Coddle Blast is going to come in and basically almost kill him. However, he does have a little bit too much move speed for these guys to catch up. We'll be able to make it out just fine. Unfortunately, Tiny now losing some time farming and PL getting the advantage in terms of farm. He does of course have the whatever this guy is, Darkseer, annoying him with that Ion Shell, but it's not quite enough to slow down his farm apparently. He's up to 62 last hits in 10 minutes. Pretty impressive. Definitely not bad. Bottom tower push coming from the Dire. With the Coddle Blast, they will be able to clear out creep waves and probably take this tower if the Radiant are unable to do something about it. However, I believe you've got a Wisp relocate up, so they could drop in and take somebody if... Probably going to try it right now. No, they might try the Invoker on the mid lane. Yeah, there it is. Here comes the Tiny TPing in. There's your very fast Tornado going to prevent it from coming up. There will be the Coddle falling. Invoker might not fall. A couple more shots. No, not going to be enough. Wisp and Tiny go right back to Fountain and heal back up. And just not quite enough damage to bring down the Invoker. Massive TPs. Excellent attempt to counter gank. Almost killed the Wisp, but unfortunately just weren't able to do so. Up on the top lane, PN now trying to do a little bit better against this PL. PL, of course, level 9 and has most of a Diffusal Blade, but it's no big deal. I mean, he's not farming that well. Sorry, sarcasm just comes out of nowhere every once in a while. PN can go to the bottom lane and get some farm up. Gotta get some levels as well. He wants possibly a Vanguard. Looks like no, he's going for that headdress. Doesn't quite have it yet. Going for that early pipe. Not going to get it for a little bit. Just last hitting. Right now, trying to that pipe is of course going to give him a lot. Giggles comes back in and steals some of those last hits with that Hand of Midas. He's going straight for the Aghanim Scepter, so getting the splash before he gets the attack speed. Of course, it also gives him more damage from Grow onto his toss, so it actually increases his burst damage as well as giving him that splash. So definitely a good item to pick up on the Tiny. In fact, completely core, and if you don't get it, you're stupid. So that's the extent to which it's a good item on Tiny. Winner are going to try to power shot here. Keep him back. Unfortunately, now the winner is out of mana, so if any hero can wrap around in... Nope, no one can be able to wrap around. Darkseer tries to get in position, nothing forthcoming. We're going to see... I hear Relocate going. Where are they going? They're going to the mid lane. We're going to see... It looks like Invoker's going to get immediately bursted down. Tiny getting that kill. Shadow Demon going to fall as well. Dust got dropped by somebody. I don't know why and for who. Probably for the Invoker, but I mean he was already dead at the point where the dust went down. I don't really know who was doing the dusting there. It seemed a little unnecessary. On whose ever idea that was. Probably on the Wisp. It was on the Wisp. I guess they were doing it for the Invoker, but there was no one visible there. I mean PL's top, and he's really the only innately his hero except for the Invoker, but Invoker died anyway. At any rate, Coddle's going to be farming up the jungle here, stacking some hard creeps, and that's going to get him a lot of experience as well as some gold. Bottom lane, we're seeing a push coming. Here's the Ion Shell Tiny. Of course, he can burst down a creep wave, as can the Ion Shell from Darkseer. They're going to have to back off as mass teleports come to prevent them from doing so. A lot of reactivity from this Dire team. They're really working hard to get into position to kill people. Looks like they're going to get a disruption as well as a Soul Catcher onto the Shadow Demon. He's going to get picked up. I mean, there's no chance that he's going to survive. Wisp might be next. There's a deafening blast just to try to slow him down. It's a very early point into the exhort on a Quasi Invoker. Only 2 points into Quas, almost max Wex. Very interesting build that he's getting out here with. Lots of Wex means a lot of range on his Tornado and a very strong early game EMP. So it's really a good, I think it's a good combination. A good way to skill it up, getting a lot of points into that Wex. But it also means that his Cold Snap is not as effective. It means his Ghost Walk doesn't do as much in terms of slow, so it's not as good offensively. And it also means that like he can't use a Forge Spirit or anything like that. Finally, we're going to see a Disruption Soulcatcher going down onto the Enigma. And the Demonic Purge, but it's not going to be enough damage to bring him down. He looks like he will barely survive. No, I think he'll get picked off by Shadow Poison here. Maybe. Do we have Shadow Poison? No points into Shadow Poison, so never mind. In the meantime, 2 kills. Invoker gets picked off by the Tiny, and TA gets the Coddle, so TA getting right back into this, up to 2,000 gold already, 14 minutes in the game. She could get a 15-minute Blink Dagger. In fact, with a Haster in here, this could spell the end of a Shadow Demon really quickly. Does he have a Disruption? He does have a Disruption. He's going to self-disrupt. I'm not sure why he chose to do that instead of disrupting the TA. That's probably going to mean he's going to die. He's going to go try to deny himself to Roche. Can he get it off? Yes, he will. He will get the Roche deny, meaning no experience or gold to TA. However, it doesn't matter. TA has the Blink Dagger anyway. In the meantime, your Phantom Lancer is taking the top tower. Of course, he's able to. He's got that Diffusal Blade as well as another 1,500 gold in the bank. With his illusions that he spawns every once in a while. I mean, he spawns illusions, right? He's just going to go ahead and use Doppelwalk to spawn some illusions just to deal more damage to this tower. Bring it down a little bit more quickly. There it goes. He's going to get the last hit as well. Tia gets a Blink Dagger, and it looks like PN's going to rotate up to the top lane, slow down the PL a little bit. It looks like now Enigma's trying to get in position for that black hole. He's a little aggressive. He's way forward. He's taking a lot of damage. Invisible Invoker is going to be rolling around trying to slow people down. There's a Shackle Shot. Gonna latch onto the TA. Can she get brought down, though? She's got some refraction charges, maybe. No, Wisp is going to tether up to her, and she's going to drop the heal. Now it looks like they're going to get no Tether Stun onto the Invoker. He's probably already been Tether Stun. TA blinks forward, trying to get a kill here. 1 versus 4, though. Going to get disrupted as well as Soul Catcher down. Shackle onto 2, hitting the Tiny as well. Power Shot getting TA low. She's going to barely survive. Tiny now is the one who's getting chased. He's got a little bit of health left. He's got the Aghanim Scepter up. 16 minutes into the game, but can't really do anything. He's going to juke the Invoker out and roll back this way. He's still alive. Wisp, any more earn charges? No more earn charges. Not able to help anybody out. Coddle Blast going to come through, not hit the Tiny. Tiny will survive. They're going to go ahead. Wisp is actually just going to take Tiny to the fountain, heal him up there, and then bring him right back. So no cost for a TP scroll. Excellent use of the ultimate there. I mean, it's a low cooldown. Even at level 1, it's got a 90-second cooldown, so you can use it frequently enough, even after doing stuff like that. Enigma actually has not gone for the mechanism. He's got a Blink Dagger, so Wisp probably will be building that mechanism probably a little slowly. PL again gets a solo kill on the Darkseer. Darkseer not having a good time this game. 0-3. Does have most of a... Actually, Darkseer getting the mech, so he'll have that mech very soon. Only 300 gold shy of it. But in the meantime, he's having a hard time against this PL, which is understandable. PL's a pretty strong early game carry, especially with that Diffusal Blade. Really does a lot of damage pretty quickly. For Dire Heroes bottom, no, Windrunner is going to TP to the mid lane. Defending this bottom tower, preventing Tiny from getting the push off. Tiny now, with a Midas, I gotta wonder what he's building next. Is he going to go straight into an AC? Is he going to go for a Yasha? Maybe finishing off his Phase Boots would be a good place to start. He already has 200 damage, just because he's got 2 points into Grow. So, I mean, he even not having any attack speed, he can just clear out these creep waves. The AoE splash for Agstick Tiny is just massive, and it hurts so bad. Cuddle going to go ahead and throw down. Tiny gets the tread, so he gets some attack speed from those. Blink in from the Enigma, but he gets immediately disrupted. Not going to be able to get a good black hole off. He is going to get it off. It's only going to get the Invoker, but I mean that will spell the Invoker's doom. Enigma sitting so low at level 11. He has to back way off as quickly as he can. No health left. Tiny's going to get the last hit onto the tower. 900 damage, 900 gold up on him now with that last hit. Now it looks like we've got TPs to the top lane to defend this tower. It's going to be TA. She can definitely slow down the PL, but it's going to be a little rough for her. She's going to at least clear out the creep wave, slow the push down to some extent, and also get some farm up for herself with that Blink Dagger. She wants to get another damage item or possibly a BKB just to make it so that the Invoker and the Shadow Demon can't disable her and prevent her from dealing damage in these team fights. I mean, the Radiant really have gone for a kind of team fight oriented team. You've got the Vacuum, you've got your Black Hole, you've got your Tiny Splash as well as spells. Looks like, are we getting a relocate up? It's up. Are they going to go somewhere? I don't no, just tethering probably for mana and HP. Move speed as well. Stacking done by Merlot here. Going to stack up this medium camp for Tiny to beat down. Get some farm up while the lane is pushed. Use the Midas as well. And get some attack speed coming from that overcharge. So he's hitting pretty darn fast. Already 3 points into overcharge on this Wisp. And Max Sphere is only 1 point into Tether, not maxing that one instead. It, of course, only thing that scales is the stun duration. We're going to see a TP going up onto the Phantom Lancer. He could go down really quickly if they can catch him. Is there any C Invis? There is. He's going to get earned up, tossed. This is a very dead PL. Wisp going to actually get the last hit there, and now these guys are going to go right back to the bottom lane. Or they can cancel, leave Tiny up here. Nope, not going to leave Tiny. Take him right back to the bottom lane. And a very excellent gank there. Now, almost 2,000 gold up onto the Tiny now. Now they're going to go even, they might even, there's a toss into the Wisp, Tether not working out, no Tether stun, might be enough, and the Earn Charge, going to get the kill, killing spree onto your Wisp, excellent play right there with those spirits, getting that kill, and even without any attack speed items, this Tiny is attacking pretty freaking quick with 3 points up into overcharge. It is, what's the bonus to attack speed? It's 70 attack speed bonus, so more than an Assault Cuirass coming just from overcharge. Of course, without the Wisp, this means he attacks, like, really slow. Shadow Demon going to play a little aggressively. Tiny, of course, doesn't know where the rest of the enemy team is. There's a lot of people MIA off the map, so he's going to go ahead and back off. I mean, he can take a solo Shadow Demon, that's not a question. Going for the Yasha, so it is going to be the Yasha. Give him some more move speed, as well as some attack speed. Gives him, like, another 40 attack speed or so. 36, I think, is the exact number. I don't know, I don't count. He's going to drop the Stout Shield, doesn't need it anymore, and he's just going to farm up here. His attack speed is so slow. Uses the Hand of Midas for that extra experience, as well as gold. Get it sitting pretty well. We look in terms of last hits, he's behind, but in terms of net worth, he is ahead because of those ganks, because he hasn't died, and because of that Hand of Midas. So, I mean, granted, your Phantom Lancer is farming like a boss. He's got a Reaver up already. He's pretty close to a freaking heart. So he's going to get big really quickly. And then Dire are probably going to be able to push. Invoker, those teamfight spells are pretty strong. Mid tower has gone down to the Radiant, and now it looks like the Radiant want to push the tier 2 mid tower. Of course, Tiny's taking a lot of damage here. He's actually going to relocate back. TA sitting a little low. She's going to back off after getting some spell cast on her. I actually don't even know what spell she had cast on her. I think she got surged. That would do it, no problem. I mean, friendly surge isn't necessarily a problem. Unable to get into range. If they can get a little bit of vision, they can try the toss again. Are they going to get into range for a toss? No, Tiny's going to get shackled. He's just going to quit. Break down the creep wave with that big ass stick. We got a big stick, some blue balls, and some badass right clicking coming out here. Thank you, Lumi, for the inspiration to make this casting moment where I can again talk about a big stick and some blue balls. At any rate, all up in Renner's face too. Here we see TA up on the top lane, gonna farm it up. She's also kind of forcing PL back into the jungle as well. He's of course just, you can send those illusions he spawns in the jungle down into the top lane there and farm both at once. One of the cool things you can do with the Phantom Lancer. Bottom lane, we're going to see a pretty large engagement. Looks like the Darkseer will fall again. Yeah, just one last right click from the Invoker, picking him off. You're going to see Devdus tries to TP out, gets cancelled. No Black Hole, no mana for a Black Hole anyway. And here we see the PL has TP'd to the bottom lane. He's here. Oh, the Wisp trying to tether out to the Tiny, gets shackled, brings the shackle shot with him. This means Wisp definitely going to fall. Tiny, the last one, trying to get away. He has a lot of move speed. I don't think they'll be able to get him down. TA also in the background. But 5 heroes now on the bottom lane for the Dire squad. They're going to get the tier 1 tower out of this. Excellent team fight from them. So rotation from the Phantom Lancer. Not quite up to that heart yet. Again, he's about 1,000 gold shy. No, I'm sorry. Take it back. He's about 600 gold shy. Going to go ahead and actually he might have it on the courier now. Yeah, he's got a finished heart, 23 minutes into the game, Diffusal Blade Heart. That's pretty freaking farmed. Now, granted, your Tiny's also pretty freaking farmed. A Ghanem Scepter, Hand of Midas, and Yasha in the same amount of time. So, Tiny's still with the higher net worth by about 300 gold. And he can, of course, just farm like nobody's business. Creep Wave? You mean Snack Wave. Farm it out like a boss. He may go straight for the Mana Style, may go for an Assault Cuirass instead. That's really going to help him in terms of mid-game DPS with armor reduction and all that fun stuff. Of course, stacks with TA's armor reduction, which very useful thing to do. More armor reduction means more damage, means more ass kicking. And this Radiant team is actually very reliant on that right-click damage, be it from the Eidolons, from TA. Darkseer's illusions, of course, from his wall do physical damage. We're going to see a 4-step up from the Invoker. Of course, he's going to land himself on the high ground. Tornado as well, and here comes the rest of everybody else. This Shadow Demon, oh, unfortunately gets disrupted on top of the Coddle Blast. Not going to help him out. Unfortunately, looks like Tiny will come in, pick off the Coddle, and now it's PL coming in, gonna get this Tiny probably. Not able to do anything. That EMP, of course, with the max Wex means that you're doing a lot of... Your enemy team is spending a lot of time unable to attack. That's, of course, what Wex does in your EMP. I'm sorry, not EMP, Deafening Blast. Of course, the disarm duration all the way up to 4 seconds on that Tiny, and that's just massive, really preventing him from doing any damage there. His spells were on cooldown, wasn't able to do anything at all. Wisp going to get found by the Invoker. He's going to get tornadoed up. There's EMP. No, Cold Snap's going to be the spell of choice. Tethered down to the low ground to get away to a creep. Excellent escape there from by Merlot, and now Invoker doesn't have any mana. Unfortunately, meantime, mid tower is going to fall to the Windrunner. Top tier 2 tower goes down to the Phantom Lancer. Go ahead and take a look at gold graph. We see that Radiant have a lead. It's dropping. And the experience graph, also Radiant lead, also dropping. PL getting pretty big. He's going to be a problem in the... he is a problem, and he's going to become a bigger problem as more time goes by. He's going to get himself a Butterfly, or... I don't know, you can get a Mantis style too, and he's just going to have so much attack speed, so much damage, and he's tanky as all heck. He's got 2,000 experience. Tiny Wisp, get a kill. I haven't so quickly, I can't even get there. No, not caught out by the tornado. Get taken back by the Wisp relocate ending. So Invoker unable to get a counter kill there. Coddle falling, and a free kill going the way of Tiny. He's up to 500 gold now, going for that AC. He's got the plate mail up already, so it's going to prevent some of the damage coming out of the PL. And look how fast he attacks. It's insane. Even without, I mean, granted he's not got his level 3 grow yet, so, but he's just with the Yasha and the Midas, of course, plus 30 attack speed, plus 30 again, so he's got plus 90 attack speed from these items. He's about to get an Assault Cuirass. He's just going to be beating people down. It's scary, man. It's a lot of damage. It's going to be 300 damage per click, too. You can't ignore that. That's a lot of physical DPS, and this is exactly what Tiny is supposed to do. Mid lane here, TA dropping, going to be farming it up. Not really ganking very much. She's only got 1 kill, so she's not at the position where she's really strong. Getting the BKB up, so it will be that defensive deep BKB, allowing her to do some damage in the mid game without worrying about survivability. PL, where's the real one? Real one is over here. Okay, they're trying to find the real one. Not gonna get him. He's just gonna TP out and be absolutely fine. So, a little bit of juking going on there. PL jukes his way to safety. Meantime, mid lane getting pushed out by 4 Dire Heroes. They're gonna come straight down. They've got, of course, all kinds of mana coming from Coddle, as well as a couple sets of mana boots on the Shadow Demon, as well as... No, Coddle has Tranquil Boots. I take it back. Pushing out the bottom lane is the Radiant. They've got Wisp relocated down because they just got that gank off. They got another 30 seconds till another one can come. See some map movement. Both teams kind of content to get some farm right now. No one really aggressively ganking. Probably waiting. The Radiant are probably waiting for that Wisp ultimate to be back up before they gank again. They attempted push onto this top tier 1 tower. You've got a Phantom Lancer and a Coddle defending it now, and a Coddle, of course, the best tower defender in the game. Gonna launch his Coddle Blast, take out a lot of HP off the Tiny. Of course, he's pretty freaking tank. 2,000 experience. There you go. 2,000 HP. I mean, grow level 3 means now he's got hitting for almost 300 damage, as well as, I mean, granted he's got this what is it, losing 50 attack speed, but it doesn't matter. Here's a TP into the mid lane. Here comes Tiny as well as Wisp. They're going to immediately drop this Invoker. Unfortunately, toss going on. No! Invoker gets up onto the high ground. Can he get caught out? No. Invoker going to survive. An excellent Force Staff up onto the high ground there. Shadow Demon going to get picked off by the TA. And now, yeah, Tornado EMP going to whiff. PL coming in the back. No, just sending in an illusion. Doesn't want to actually go into that. Wisp going to end up TPing back down. But now it looks like with Shadow Demon dead, the Radiant wants to push out. They've got a Blink Dagger up on their Enigma as well as most of a BKB. He's going to come forward as long as he gets into good positioning. Here comes a Coddle Blast, going to catch some people out. They don't know it's coming. Oh man, Wisp gets so low from that. Luckily he's got there's a mechanism up on the Darkseer as well. No orange charges right now. Here comes a Tornado. That's going to catch two. EMP to follow up, but only going to hit the Darkseer, and he's got mana boots, so no big deal. Push is going to continue, not slow down at all. PL's going to go do what PL does best and split push. Level 17 up on him. It looks like he's bought an item. He's got only 500 gold. Yeah, he's got an Eagle Song on the Courier, so he's going straight for that Butterfly. That is only kind of going to reduce Tiny damage, because Tiny's just going to be like, well, okay, fine, I don't want to attack you. I'll just attack other things and do the same amount of damage. Here's a TP coming from the... No! Wisp broke the tether! And Wisp is like, shit. 5 seconds, can he make it out? No, he won't. Just ends up feeding. So unfortunate there. Tiny's like, WTF? Why? Bro, what's your problem? I mean, granted, there are like 3 dire heroes up there, so it might not have gone well anyway, but, I mean, that's just unfortunate. That's bad. You don't want that to happen. Don't break your own tethers. PL's just going to be like, alright, free Wisp candy. I'll take that kill, and I'll just keep pushing now. A little bit closer to my Butterfly. Going to go get some more last hits, and not proccing any illusions here. It's a little confusing. Typically when he hits it, like, gets all kind of illusions, but he's not getting any this time. It's a little odd. See a gank attempt in the mid lane, but there's a black hole, and some massive damage coming out of this Tiny. Unfortunately, Mech is up on the Windrunner. She's going to survive. Looks like Chase is going to go on to Invoker. He's going to force step himself down to the low ground, and Tiny doesn't have the HP to chase. He is getting close to that Assault Cure, so he is looking pretty scary. And of course, Tiny is a pretty good carry to deal with a Phantom Lancer late game. You've got that damage coming out of the Tiny splash damage just rips through PL illusions. I mean, PL can't even do anything. PL in the meantime, while I'm saying this, is going to do some massive damage to this tier 3 tower. Going to bring it pretty low. Even these illusions, just without anything on them, can do so much damage. Look how tanky they are. TA can barely even take them down. PL just going to go back into the jungle and send some more illusions. I mean, just repeat the cycle. Of course, he's also going to get stomped. Nope, brings down the Centaur before he can get stomped. Spawn a couple more illusions. Tiny continuing to farm it up. Does he have the AC? No, he's got the Hyperstone though. And look at this. Bam, bam. Oh, it's just fun to watch. 1 hit, 2 hit. I mean, I want to wait. I want to get so it's like a divine late game. I bet he will. It's giggles. He might get a divine, right? It would make me so happy if he did. We're going to see a recoil look up onto the Phantom Lancer. He goes Invis. Is there C Invis? No, he's out of the dust. No, he is in dust range, but he's way back there. Runs out before the rest of the Dire team can get there. He's going to make it away just fine getting back. No, he's actually going to go back in now. With 3 Dire heroes coming in. This could be a massive gank now. Wisp is out. Back into the mid lane. There's a blinding light from the Coddle. Defensive disruption as well. I don't think it's going to save the Coddle's life. He's going to fall. Yeah, Tiny getting the kill there. Here comes the PL, though. Tiny going to get brought low. A wall on top of the PL, so there's Tiny right-clicking it away, but he's dying. He gets brought down by a power shot. TA trying to do some work, but Windrunner going to force staff herself down to the bottom low ground. PL going to make it out alive as well, despite getting bitch-slapped by the Tiny. Not going to be enough damage. 1-for-1 engagement. Tiny for a Coddle. I think the Dire are going to take that trade any day of the week. So it's going to work out. Darkseer using the disruption to make more Phantom Lancer illusions. That's cool. I wonder if they... I think in theory, disruption illusions can spawn their own illusions. I know Enchantress illusions of Phantom Lancer can make her own army. So it makes me think that disruptor illusions, or maybe like under wall illusions can. I'm gonna have to try this shit out. At any rate, we're gonna see Tiny's gonna respawn. He's probably gonna go back to farming. He's got most of his AC. He's only about 500 gold short of that, and so once he has it, he's gonna be able to do a lot more. He's gonna have more armor, as well as, I mean, it's hard for Phalanster to right-click Tiny. PL in the meantime gonna get the Aegis here, and he's basically unkillable right now. Butterfly, Heart, Diffusal Blade, and Aegis. He's gonna be doing huge amounts of work. Wisp gonna tether out. Mana Leak gonna drain him of some mana, but he's got mana boots, so it doesn't really matter. Tornado, enough range? It does. It is gonna pick him off. 4 seconds left onto another tether. Is he gonna be able to get out? No, he's gonna get Surge. Darkseer in there doing some work. Chase is gonna continue. He's gonna back out. Be absolutely fine. TA also there to back things up. Tiny farming up on the bottom lane. Push out the creep wave. There's the Assault Curious recipe, and he's 40 gold away. Oh, no, there's a tower by Radiant. Gets a tower. It's just a free tier 1 tower there. Gonna give Tiny the AC, so it's gonna come flying in on the courier here. Tether in, relocate right into the middle of the fight. TA's gonna blink in as well. Here comes Devdus with the BKB on. No black hole just yet. Doesn't have the setup for it. He's just gonna wait, and his BKB is going to wear out. No kills so far. There's the PL's caught out by himself, but he's got that Aegis and the Butterfly as well. Tiny not able to do as much damage. Shackle goes on to 2, and PL just doing so much work onto the Darkseer. He's gonna get brought down. Devdus gets a black hole off, but only for a second. He falls immediately afterwards. Where's the Tiny? He's back in the background picking up the Keeper of the Light, but now he's alone. Here comes the PL illusions. They're going to bring him down very quickly. Wisp and TA, the only ones to survive. And now the insane push is going to come from the Dire squad. And they're going to need to do something to get this PL under control. Despite Radiant not really being behind at all in terms of gold or experience, it's actually dead even. They just can't handle this PL with the Butterfly. It's just too much. Not able to right-click him down, and it's really, they rely on that right-click damage. Wisp's gonna get chased back by the Invoker. The Invoker takes some damage, but it looks like this Rax is going to fall. Glyph is used. Darkseer will be up in 2 seconds. Can they defend the Rax? I don't know. I'm not thinking so. Tornado gonna go in, catch out the Wisp as well as the Darkseer. Wow, that's a long tornado. No mana left up on the Invoker, but he's got a sheep stick as soon as he backs up. Rax goes down, and that's gonna be all she wrote, folks. It's gonna be a lot harder now for the Radiant to get out of their base, stay out of their base. They've got a lot of pushing power. They've got some farm up on this TA, got farm up on the Darkseer. He's going for, is that an Ag stick? Probably. I'm assuming that Ogre Club is for an Ag stick. It could also be for BKB. I don't typically see a Darkseer with BKB, but it might be. Oh, TP in from Tiny as well as the Wisp, trying to catch somebody out here, but the Force Staffs are too much. Tornado catches 2, and that's going to be the end of the gank. It's going to end. They might leave Tiny. No, they're not. He is going to leave Tiny, actually. Toss breaks the tether. Now Tiny's in trouble. Here comes TA, though. This could be important. TA's going to come in. Avalanche is going to miss. TA going to try to right-click, but she's getting forced back. BKB runs out. There's an ice wall. Now Coddle Blast, not going to catch anybody. Oh no, PN's going to get shackled to a tree. He's going to get bursted down here for sure. No, able to make it away. Surge coming in at exactly the right time. Tiny now throws another avalanche, but Mechanism keeps everybody alive. He's backing off. Assault Curious, and he can't do enough damage. PL not even here, and they can't win the team fight. Backing up, there's the sheep stick for you. Cold Snap as well. Going to be brought down, but here's the Malefice. No black hole up, so Devdus needs to blinks out as soon as the disruption ends. And here comes the assault on the bottom tier 3 tower. PL as well as Coddle just doing a lot of work down here, doing as much damage as possible. Coddle keeping the PL full mana. Those illusions just so freaking tanky with the Butterfly evasion, with the Heart. I mean, there's really little that the Radiant team can do. Going to work. This Tiny needs to get something like an MKB, and even then, I don't know if that's the item he really wants. TP in from the Tiny Wisps. Going to go on to the Invoker. Should be able to get the kill. No, Avalanche is going to miss. Can we get a toss-up? It's not the Wisp, though. The Wisp doesn't get tossed. There's the Tornado catching them out. That's going to be the end of it. TP back. Again, another failed gank. Granted, it's only a 50-second cooldown. 60, excuse me. A 60-second cooldown, so it's gonna go quickly. Dust is used, but PL has already backed away. PL is not there. Coddle last, gonna get channeled, do some damage to the defenders here. Only gonna hit the Tiny, but Tiny's just gonna say, cool, I'll fund these. Thanks, guys, that's cool. Oh, blink in from the TA, she's gonna go in. BKB is not up, she's gonna get shackled to something, looks like a creep. And so she's gonna get held back. Rest of the Dire team is gonna back off. Coddle Blast is gonna slow down the creep wave. Refraction, of course, gonna TF taking his damage. Devdus is gonna take the full damage, though. 375 onto him. Big blast going his way. I see Necronomicon picked up, probably by the Coddle. No, it's actually on the Windrunner with the Necronomicon. Only level 1. 2 for now. Take a look at items, actually, in the meantime. We can see a gem up on the Darkseer as well. And then Yasha up onto the TA now. And that's about it for the Radiant side. You see no new items onto the PL just yet. We do see that Necronomicon I talked about. We see the side device I talked about. Another Necro, actually on top of the Shatter Demon, also level 2. And the poor one is the Coddle, who really just doesn't have any farm. Now in this bottom lane, without anyone here, we do see... Oh, here goes the TP in from the Tiny. This could go badly for the PL if he can get caught out. But no, Shackle on it too. Black Hole is used, but there's no one dealing any damage. TA does finish off the Invoker on the top lane, but the question is, can they kill off the PL? If they can, it's gonna defend the Rex, but no, the TP back. Tiny gets brought back to base, but he's still close by. He's coming back in. He's got an Avalanche. He's got a toss. Can he do anything? There's a Malefice down onto the Windrunner. Tiny trying to get in range. There's your Avalanche. No toss. Doesn't need it. The damage from Tiny is too much. Rocked you is absolutely correct, and that big stick just slapping Windrunner all over the place. Too much damage, man. Rax is successfully defended. There is a tower down, though, so this Tiny Wisp, they're going to have to start doing some major work here. Now, granted, Tiny Wisp is one of the best late game combos, even once Raxes are down, because he can just go in, and with the amount of items he has, in the duration of a relocate, he can just bring down a tower under backdoor protection. He doesn't even care. Tiny is just that much damage. He's hitting for 300 damage a pop, and attacking with overcharge, attacking at max attack speed. That is as scary as it gets. It doesn't get scarier. He just beats the living shit out of your towers, because towers are definitely living things and can have shit beaten out of them. PL going to try to push out this bottom lane again. In the meantime, we see a very aggressive Coddle with an Invisroom coming here, and Darkseer has a gem. They don't see. No, they do see him. Where's anything? No, TA's going to blink in. This is a very dead Coddle. Yeah, he's going to go down. TA dominating now, despite not having as much fun early game. Here comes the assault onto the Rax, and those illusions just so tanky. PL sending illusions whenever he can, coming out of this jungle. Does have his leveled up Diffusal Blade now, as well as the Manta style. He's just so farmed, so strong. Look at net worth, and you see he's just... I had net worth open, didn't I? 22,000. He's 4,000 gold ahead of the Tiny. Tiny trying to get another item up. He's got 3,200 gold. Here's a TP in from the Tiny and the Wisp again, trying to get the Invoker. There's a toss as well as a Tether stun. And there's your Avalanche. This is a very dead Invoker. Can he get one more hit? One more hit? Oh no, the Tornado. No, not going to keep him alive. Wisp is going to survive. And now the PL comes in, but Tiny and Wisp are just going to go straight back where they came from as the relocate is over. So another successful gank. Tiny up to 3,600 gold now. 9, 3, and 7 on him. Doing pretty well. We take a look at kill death assist. We do see that Tiny does have the most kills out of anybody on the map. And some of the least deaths. PL, of course, only 1 death, of course, to the Tiny and Wisp when that happened. And then both TA, we look at levels, and we do see that PL, of course, is on top, but Tiny and actually the Dire supports are really not having a good time. Only level 10 on the Coddle, no level 2 ultimate on him even, so he's not able to use those that ultimate form as often as he'd like to. He does have a Heal Scepter up, so he's doing a little better. He's just, of course, he has to stay back to survive. Not able to get any of that experience, even when their team is winning team fights. So we do see that there is still an experience lead for the Radiant. They're racked up by about almost 5,000 experience right now. And gold lead is definitely in the favor of the Dire, almost 5,000. And that might only be on the PL. Because if you look at net worth, the PL is on top. But immediately behind him, you've got the Tiny, only 4,000 gold behind. And the TA, oh, we're going to see a TP in, up for the Shatter Demon. And Shatter Demon does not get out of the way in time. He's just going to, like, melt here. And these guys go for the tower. Go ahead, overcharge. Let's go. Bring it down. Where's the overcharge? Bro, overcharge. There we go. Gonna get it. No. Leaving the tower with 1 HP. And that's gonna get denied. PL just says nope. course, they do get the kill, and tower gold still goes their way. And it's got to be scary, because even if they get denied, you're slowly losing your towers. Because even without that gold, Tiny's still getting pretty farmed. He's got 2,800 gold. Yeah, he is going for that MKB to be able to right-click through the PL illusions. I think that really is the smartest thing he can go for. It's going to give him a massive boost to his damage. He's now hitting for 350 damage per pop. As if 300 wasn't enough. Let's make it even bigger. He's only about 200 shy of that MKB. And that's going to come just as he right-clicks the shit out of this creep wave. It's coming in. MKB is finished. He's got all of the attack speed in the world. Tiny can just right-click through those Phantom Lancer illusions now. And of course there's no difficulty coming from defending here. Oh, smoke up as well. We're going to see. I guess that's what Wisp looks like. Smoke to those looks exactly the same. I'm okay with. That's fine. Okay. Whatever. You see smoke coming in, and that's a PL illusion. Not going to get brought down. They're not going to get fooled. They know it's an illusion. TA is going to be like, screw you. Oh, there it goes. Wisp gets annihilated, and now Bash is going against PL into the pit. He's going to go invisible, but there's a gem up on the Dark Seer. Black Hole used just for the PL. That's worth it. He goes down. Enigma gets the kill. There's Roche as well. Roche is going to fall to the Radiant. Tiny, can he pick up the Aegis? Yes, he can. Aegis as well onto the Tiny. Now this could go terribly for the Dire team. PL buys back immediately, but that means that means he's not going to get another tier 4 item up in the near future. Only 500 gold up on him, and that's just because if he didn't buy back, they were going to Rax, because Tiny and Wisp can just TP there immediately and bring it down in less than a second. So much damage coming out of this Tiny. If he can get, like, finish up a mana style, anything, he's going to go ahead. They don't have any vision, so they can't do any relocating right now. Black Hole is going to be down for the next while, so Dire can be a little aggressive. PL, of course, is still pretty freaking farm, so it's not like they're at a disadvantage now. You see on the gold graph, they still have a 2,500 gold lead. That's nothing at this stage of the game. They basically have no lead. Phantom Lancer is going to come here, spawn some illusions, try to take this bottom Rax, want another attempt at this bottom Rax, see if they can take it out. It's going to be if they can get the bottom Rax, it's going to be a lot harder for Dire to continue to keep the creep waves pushed out. As you can see, they're already having difficulty keeping the top lane behind this line. Shadow Demon going to go ahead and spawn some more Phantom Lancer illusions, so I think can get their own illusions. I'm really not sure. I want to see if they do. No, it doesn't look like they do. Can't really tell. Nope. We're going to see a tornado coming. Going to catch 3 as well. There's an EMP. Ice Wall as well. But there's a BKB up on the TA. She's like, forget this, I'm going in. But Tiny is slowed down, but not the TA. This means here comes a 4-step in. Shackle Shot not going to latch. Tiny going to have to start going to work here. BKB up onto Demvis. No Black Hole right now. Wall not going to get any illusions. Dire are forced back. BKB wearing out onto the Enigma. He's going to get low. Collar Blast not going to hit him, though. Here's a tornado. Going to catch both the TA and the Tiny. He's going to get hexed and disrupted. Can he get brought down is the question. No, he's just going to go. He's right-clicking. There's 3. It's Mechanism keeping alive for a second, but not long enough. Killing spree onto the Giggles McMuffin. He's going to try. There's a toss. Another kill onto the Keeper of the Light. Double kill for the Tiny. Now it's the Dire in full retreat. Phantom Lancer trying to right-click it out. He's there. Shackle onto the Tiny. Can they bring him down? They've got the Wisp. No more overcharge for the Tiny. Is he able to get the kills? Vacuum back. Tiny's still alive. Can he do any more right-click damage? No, he's going to go down, but he is an Aegis. He's still alive. Dire have to retreat. He's coming back up with full health. Box back, so now there's overcharge onto the Tiny. Again, Shackle not going to last. Chasing the Invoker. He's getting low, getting blasted. Tornado going to catch by him a little bit of time. Can he get out is the question. No, there's an avalanche. He's going to fall. Mega kill streak onto your Tiny. And now PL is running away. Rinrunner running away. 3 dead on the Dire. And now it's time. No, relocate's not up. 30 seconds left. If the relocate was up, this is when you go backdoor at tower. Instead, he's going to back off. Tiny's going to farm it up. Maybe get another tier 4 item up. 3,700 gold on him. He's going to go ahead and finish the Manta style up. Some more attack speed. Some illusions that I think the illusions still do cleave. I'm not entirely sure. It seems like they shouldn't, but I don't really know. So don't ask me those kinds of questions. I don't know the answers. Even if they don't, all the illusions still do like 150 damage. So we're going to get a TP scroll as well. I'm on the side. He's just going to clear out some creep waves, push out as much as he can while they've got the advantage here, and of course farm it up. He's got 258 last hits. Taking a look at last hits, we do see that Tiny is, of course, he's 130 last hits behind the Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer up to 400 now, almost. defending this top lane against the Phantom Lancer illusions. The Phantom Lancer gonna get the tower, but not gonna be able to get much more than that. This TA needs a BKB. She's got a Manta style. Tiny gets a kill, relocate back up behind the tower from him and Wisp. This means he's gonna do some more damage. He's gonna leave him here. Leave him to get the tower. No, okay. They can just walk up and get the tower. Invoker's gonna get a Necronomicon as well. 3 Necros up onto the Dire team now. How about Necro? Are they like 3 of them? Are they level 3? Winner has level 3. Shadow Demon has a level 3, and Invoker has a level 1. So 3 Necro books up onto the Dire squad now, just trying to get all the pushing power that they can and mana draining as much as they can. Black Hole is up though, so a push is gonna be a little difficult. Mid lane pushed in. TA gonna come push that one back out as best as she can, which of course is actually pretty well considering she's a Manta style BKB and a Blink Dagger. I mean, she's TA. She does all kinds, shit tons of damage. Kalo with the double damage rune. That's really cute. I mean, he now does what? He does like 150 damage. Tiny's like, whatever, bro. Let's do this shit. I'm gonna rock your illusions. Illusions? What illusions? Wisp is gonna come forward. No, he does have the relocate right now. Where are they gonna go? They can go onto this. They can go onto the Invoker on the bottom lane. No, they're not gonna go. Instead, they're gonna push out this lane. Tiny coming up. He's gonna catch the PL. That's the real one right there. They can get a kill there. Maybe it'd be worth something. No, Tiny just getting disrupted. Wisp comes in from the back. There's no help from the rest of the Radiant team. Radiant team aren't there. This is a terrible team fight. They need to get out. Tiny gets Yule Sceptered up. He's trying to right click. He's gonna get the tether canceled. No attack speed. Here comes Devis blinking in. BKB up, but no range for Black Hole. Everyone's backing up. Dire team are in full retreat. Wisp is getting chased. He's got no mana left. He's gonna get himself some mana. Looks like BKB up onto the TA. Devnis getting low. No Black Hole used yet. If he dies with a Black Hole, that could totally change the team fight. He is gonna make it out alive. No, here comes Mana Leak onto the Darkseer. Oh no, Tiny gets purged up by the. No, Black Hole gonna keep him alive. Can he right click enough damage? No, he can't. He gets brought down by Keeper of the Light. And now Shadow Demon kills the Enigma. TA goes down as well. Wisp is gonna be the next one to fall. Can he? Yeah, he's gonna make it out in time. He's back in the fountain. He's fine. Tries to get the save in. Tiny buys back. He's gonna go defend these mid towers. Push is coming in from the Dire. They lost no heroes there in that fight. That fight really did not go well for the Radiant. 5 Dire heroes now descending the top lane, trying to take the top racks. A second racks would mean so much more freedom for them and a lot more ability to prevent the Tiny from doing work. Tiny gets a Morbid Mask. That means he's going to be able to stay alive in these team fights, keep himself alive with some. He's going to keep himself alive. There's the one right click, 2 right click, 3 right click, and there goes the Shadow Demon. Darkseer getting the last hit there, but that was all Tiny damage. Tiny walking forward. Tornado going to pick up people. Not Devdis though. He still had no. He did use the Black Hole, so no Black Hole for this defense. Shadow Demon down though, so I do not think the Dire will be able to push in. Tiny just too big, too strong. TA still dead, waiting for her to respawn, but once she gets back up, it's only 20 seconds. Dire don't have that kind of time. Clear out that creep wave, man. You gotta clear the creep wave out. Dire's it's pushing in. You're gonna lose your tier 4 towers, and when you lose those, you lose the game, bro. Down into the bottom lane, we see some Necronomicon illusions coming down to take out the bottom racks. Windrunner rotating it as well with the creeps in. You're going to see Windrunner possibly taking this Rex. Relocate into the back of the team fights. Tiny immediately picking up the Keeper of the Light. Phantom Lancer stunned up. Can he get brought down? Tiny is the sheep, but he's coming back out of the Gwynsu. It's ended now. Trying to run away, but there's still a gem on the Darkseer. You can't get away. You can't invis. Getting chased. Blink in from the Enigma. Can they bring him down? There's a Malefice from right click. It's going to be enough. PL goes down, but in the meantime, your bottom Rax has fallen. Windrunner does her damage and backs out, picks off 1 Rax. That's now 2 Rax down on the Radiant. They're getting what they need. They're winning the team fights, but it's not enough. They're losing their Raxes. Even if you win the fight against heroes, you lose against the buildings and you're done, man. That's it. The buildings are the important things. Tiny now up to 2,500 gold, getting that Helm of the Dominator as quickly as he can. Probably, I'm assuming he's going to go for Helm of the Dominator. Probably actually going to be a Mask of Madness. He's going to go straight for the Rax. PL buys back. He's going to have to back off. He can't do it. Can't go for the Rax just yet. Instead, they're going to TP back in on the bottom lane, save the Rax down here. Windrunner's trying to get into the trees. Can she get out is the question. She's got Windrun. There goes the Shadow Demon. Windrunner's next. She's going to get stunned up. She's going to get immediately bursted down. Tiny now on a killing spree again after his death, and he's back into the mid lane now. Looks like Merlot is going to fall. Wisp is dead, but Tiny is like, I got this. No, it doesn't matter. Blinding Light doesn't matter because he's got the Monkey King bar. He's landing it up 1v3, surviving. He's now got the Deafening Blast on him, so he can't right-click. Now, right-click is back up, but he's going to try to run away, trying to make it out alive. He's getting slowed down. Blinding Light knocks him back. Can he get out? There's a slow. No, Deafness jumps in. Does he have the black hole? He does! Black hole on 3. Where's the Tiny? Turns around, right-clicks. Whole team! Double kill! Enigma getting the last hit on Keeper of the Light. Team wipe for Tigris Sanguis. They're going to push into the base. Can they get the racks? TA defending the base for them, keeping it alive. Here comes this Rax, going to fall so quickly. Windrunner buys back. Can she keep it alive? Overcharge. So much attack speed. Glyph is used, keeping the tower alive, but it's falling quickly. There it goes. 1 right click, 2 right click. It's down. Tower. Here comes the Rax next. Rax is going to fall. There's a Rax. Second Rax. There it is. Rax is down. Blink forward from the Enigma, but Shackle's going to hit on the Tiny, keeping him back. Without the Tiny, they can't take a team fight. And now Tiny, he doesn't want to come back. Here comes Wisp. Tethers out, comes back in with a TA. They're all in. Tigris Sanguis says, I want it now. Let's end it. TA finishes off the Shadow Demon. Right-clicking the base towers. Tier 4 tower is falling. It's down. 1 tower down. Tiny. Second one. Mana split. Shackle's gonna latch onto 2. Tiny has to keep right-clicking there. It's gonna fall. Peel dead for another 40 seconds. Can they get the throw? It's falling. Half HP. No, it's done. That's it. GG. There it goes. Off of that one epic team fight at the end. What a game, guys. Holy crap. That was intense. Massive TPs from the Wisp, saving Tigris Sanguis in the end, down 2 racks. And almost a half with all of their tier 3 towers gone and a farmed as heck Phantom Lancer, but they still managed to come back and take it in the end. Alright guys, thanks for watching. This has been another match from CEVO. This is Kingdom. I'm proud to bring you some more matches like this from the North American scene. If you like it, go ahead, like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. And keep up the Dota, guys. Thanks for watching. GG's.